ما ثبت وذكرناه لكم يغني. ولا شك أنها قصة مؤلمة ومحزنة، وخاب وخسر من شارك في قتل الحسين. وخاب وخسر من شارك في قتل الحسين ومن معه، وباء بغضب من ربه، وللشهيد السعيد ومن معه الرحمة والرضوان والدعاء والترضي. As for the story of denying Al-Hussein water and he died thirsty, as well as other additions of Shia that are mentioned to move emotions, none of them were proved. Whatever was proved is sufficient. What I just mentioned to you was sufficient. Without a doubt, it is a painful and sad story. Those who participated in the killing of Al-Hussein and his companions have felt lost, and they incurred anger from Allah Azza wa Jal. Upon the murder Al-Hussein and those with him is the mercy and the pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jal, and from us is supplication for them. May Allah Azza wa Jal be pleased with all of them. وأما ما روي من أن السماء صارت تمطر دما، أو أن الجدر يكون عليها الدم، أو ما يرفع حجر إلا ويوجد تحته دم، أو ما يذبحون جزورا إلا صار كله دما، فكلها أكاذيب للشيعة تذكر لأثارة العواطف وليس لها سند صحيح. As for what was reported that the sky started to rain blood on the day of the killing of Al-Hussein, or that walls had blood on them, or that no stone was lifted except with blood under beneath it, or that they could not slaughter a camel except for all of it turning into blood, all of these are lies from Shia. Nothing authentic. It's just stories to motivate people to have more hatred against أهل السنة والجماعة. طيب، أنهي إن شاء الله محاضرتي في خروج الحسين رضي الله تعالى عنه من وجهة نظر أهل السنة والجماعة. لم يكن في خروج الحسين مصلحة أبدا، ولذلك ناهه كثير من الصحابة وحاولوا منعه، ولكنه لم يرجع رضي الله عنه. وبهذا الخروج نال أولئك الظلمة الطغاة من سبط رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم حتى قتلوه مظلوما شهيدا. The ruling of rebelling of Al-Hussein رضي الله عنه. There was no benefit for Al-Hussein رضي الله عنه to rebel. This is why many of the companions tried to prevent him, but he did not return. With this rebelling, those oppressive transgressors were able to kill and murder the grandson of Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم. وكان في خروجه رضي الله عنه وقتله من الفساد ما لم يكن يحصل لو قعد في بلده، ولكنه أمر الله تعالى ليمضي الله أمرا كان مفعولا. His rebelling and death has a great catastrophe that would not have occurred had he remained in his city. However, it is the order of Allah the Exalted. What Allah wills will be, even if the people did not wish for it. وقتل الحسين أو قتل الحسين ليس هو بأعظم من قتل الأنبياء، وقد قدم رأس يحيى عليه السلام مهرا لبغي، وقتل زكريا عليه السلام، وقتل كثير من الأنبياء كما قال الله تعالى: قل قد جاءكم رسل من قبلي وبالبينات بالذي قلتم فلم قتلتموهم إن كنتم صادقين. وكذلك قتل عمر وعثمان وعلي رضي الله تعالى عنهم أجمعين، وهم أفضل من الحسين رضي الله عنه. The killing of Al-Hussein is not worse than the killing of the prophets. The head of Yahya alayhi salam was given as dowry to a prostitute. Yahya Nabi, the prophet, his head was given as dowry for a prostitute woman. Zakaria alayhi salam was killed. Many prophets were killed, as Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned in Surah Ali Imran in the verse 183. Say, there have already come to you messengers before me with clear proofs, and even that of which you speak. So why did you kill them if you should be truthful? Umar radiallahu anhu got killed. Uthman radiallahu anhu got killed. Ali radiallahu anhu got killed. And they are better than Al-Hussein radiallahu anhu. So none in the Ummah do what the Shia doing nowadays regarding the death of Al-Hussein radiallahu anhu. أما حكم الخروج أما الأحاديث، سأذكر الأحاديث ولن أتمكن من إتمام المحاضرة، لكن سأذكر أحاديث لا تناسب أهل الأهواء، ذكر فقط من غير شرح. لا تناسب أهل الأهواء، لا تناسب الخوارج قديما ولا حديثا. الحديث الأول حديث وائل بن حجر الذي أخرجه مسلم رحمه الله. قال: سأل سلمة بن يزيد الجعفي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال: يا نبي الله، أرأيت إن قامت علينا أمراء يسألوننا أو يسألون حقهم ويمنعون حقنا فما تأمرنا؟ فأعرض عنه، ثم سأله فأعرض عنه، ثم سأله في الثانية أو في الثالثة، فجذبه الأشعث بن قيس وقال: اسمعوا وأطيعوا فإنما عليهم ما حملوا وعليكم ما حملتم. 7 ahadith that the Khawarij in the past, the Khawarij of today will reject them. The people of desires will reject them, will not take them, will not consider them. They prevent al-khuruj, rebelling against the rulers. We have some ulama gathered like 100 hadith which prevent rebelling against the rulers. The first hadith, narrated by Imam Muslim, Salama ibn Ziyad asked Rasulullah, he said to him, O Prophet of Allah, tell us what you command us to do if there arises over us rulers who demand of us what is due to them and refuse us what is due to us. They ask us for their rights, but they do not give us our rights. So the Prophet ﷺ thereupon turned away from him. He repeated twice or thrice the same question. And the Messenger ﷺ turned away. Then he said, listen to them and obey them. They are responsible for their obligations and you are accountable for yours. الحديث الثاني حديث عبد الله بن مسعود عند البخاري ومسلم عليهما رحمة الله ورضي الله عن عبد الله بن مسعود قال صلى الله عليه وسلم إنها ستكون بعدي أثرة وأمور تنكرونها. ناس يستأثروا بكل الأموال لهم ولعوائلهم. قالوا يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كيف تأمر من أدرك منا ذلك؟ قال تؤدون الحق الذي عليكم وتسألون الله الذي لكم. Imam Bukhari and Muslim narrated from Abdullah ibn Mas'ud that he sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, after me there will be a favoritism and many things that you will not like. Means rulers, they will take everything, the wealth, whatever the country has for their benefit and the benefit of their families. So the companion said, O Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, what do you order that one? What do you order that one should do if any from us has to live through such a time? What do you instruct us to do if we witness that time. He ﷺ said, you should discharge your own responsibility by obeying your Amir and ask Allah for your right by guiding the Amir to the right path or by replacing him by one more just, if you can do it through negotiation or whatsoever, but not rebelling. And this translation, this part that I translate in the last part of the hadith, it's not in the hadith. But this is the translation which is wrong. It's not okay. The hadith end up to here. The hadith end up to here. You should discharge your own responsibility by obeying the Amir and ask Allah for your right. Done. That translation is not okay. It's not okay. الحديث الثالث حديث حذيفة يكون بعدي أئمة لا يهتدون بهداي ولا يستنون بسنتي وسيقوم فيهم رجال قلوبهم قلوب الشياطين في جثمان إنس قال قلت كيف أصنع يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن أدركت ذلك قال تسمع وتطيع للأمير وإن ضرب ظهرك وأخذ مالك فاسمع وأطع. عجيب. هل هذا أحاديث انهزام كما يقول بعض المبتدعة وأهل الأهواء؟ هذه سيبك من أحاديث الانهزام دي. والله هذه المقولة ردة عن دين الله، ردة عن دين الله. لماذا حديث انهزام؟ لأنها لا تناسب ما هو عليه من الهوى. The third hadith, hadith Bukhari and Muslim, hadith Imam Muslim. And his hadith had 3 different narration, 3 different chains of narrators. This hadith, Hudhayfa said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he asked about al-khair, he said people used to ask about khair, I used to ask about evil. And we were living in evil, but Allah brought Islam with you, and we are living in good now. So would be there another evil? He said yes. Then he kept describing the hadith till he reached the part. There will be leaders who will not be led by my guidance and who will not adopt my ways. There will be among them men who will have the hearts of devils in the bodies of human beings. I said, what should I do, Messenger of Allah, if I happen to live in that time? He replied, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you will listen to the Amir and carry out his orders, even if your back is flogged and your wealth is snatched, you should listen and obey. Is that from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to prove oppression? Is that the case? It is not the case. So what is the case? Why the Prophet ﷺ is instructing us to listen and obey? Even the Amir slash you, whip you, beat you, and take your money, snatch your wealth. Because al-Islam, دين الإسلام, كل الإسلام جاء لتحقيق المصالح وتكميلها ودفع المفاسد وتقليلها. Because the religion of Islam, all of the religion of Islam, it came to achieve al-masalih, the virtues, the benefit, and complete it, and to push the harms and minimize it. Is there any harm in rebelling? Is there any harm in rebelling against the rulers? Look at your country now and you can answer. Because some people, they do not take the hadith. Unfortunately, when we listen to the hadith, it's enough for us to say yes. When the Prophet ﷺ said do not, means do not, because he knows that the harm is major. I will end up the 4th hadith fast I said without explanation, but sometimes I find myself speaking. حديث ابن أبي عاصم في السنة قال قلنا يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا نسألك عن طاعة من اتقى ولكن من فعل وفعل فذكر الشر فقال صلى الله عليه وسلم اتقوا الله واسمعوا وأطيعوا. Ibn Abi Asim narrated from Adi ibn Hatim that we ask the Prophet ﷺ, Ya Rasulullah, we do not ask you about obeying the righteous leader, the pious. We are not asking about this. We are asking you about obeying the wrongdoer ruler. Should we obey him? He said, fear Allah and listen and obey. Fear Allah and listen and obey. سأذكر الحديث الخامس إن شاء الله. كم معنا من وقت؟ 20 دقيقة. أذكر الحديث الخامس إن شاء الله تعالى وأنهي بهذا، وسأضع الأحاديث إن شاء الله على الفيس إن شاء الله تعالى الفيسبوك. طيب، الحديث الخامس حديث عوف بن مالك الأشجعي. سمعت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول: خيار أئمتكم الذين تحبونهم ويحبونكم وتصلون عليهم ويصلون عليكم، يعني تدعون لهم ويدعون لكم. وشرار أئمتكم الذين تبغضونهم ويبغضونكم وتلعنونهم ويلعنونكم. قال أو قالوا: قلنا يا رسول الله أفلا ننابذهم عند ذلك، يعني ألا نقاتلهم بالسيف؟ قال: لا، ما أقاموا فيكم الصلاة، لا، ما أقاموا فيكم الصلاة. ألا من ولي عليه وال فرآه يأتي شيئا من معصية الله فليكره من ما يأتي من معصية الله ولا ينزعن يدا من طاعة. The last hadith of today inshallah, hadith Malik, Auf ibn Malik al-Ashja'i, narrated by Imam Muslim. He sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the best of your rulers are those whom you love and who love you, who invokes Allah's blessing upon you and you invoke His blessing upon them. And the worst of your rulers are those whom you hate and who hate you, and whom you curse and who curse you. It was asked, shouldn't we overthrow them, mean fighting them with the sword? This is the word, nunabiduhum, mean with the sword, fight them. He sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, no, as long as they establish prayer among you. If you then find anything detestable in them, if they are doing disobedience, sins, if you find anything detestable in them, you should hate their administration, their action, their disobedience, but do not withdraw yourself from their obedience. بهذا القدر كفاية. It's enough إن شاء الله.